Good day, my people. This is Africa TV. We are here to update and discuss with you the new minimum wage just approved by the federal government of Nigeria. The federal government of Nigeria has approved a minimum wage of 70,000 naira for workers. This is a significant development as the previous minimum wage was 30,000 naira.
In the struggle for Nigeria, there is victory. Ki Africa, Isoleto, Aluta, Continua, Victoria, Asata, Triposa to the president. Goza, Goza, Goza.
Here are some key points about the new minimum wage to be discussed. The new minimum wage is 70,000 naira. This development is aimed at improving the standard of living for workers in Nigeria. The approval was given by President Ahmed Bola Tinubu and it is expected to take effect soon. The implementation of the new minimum wage will be gradual with different sectors and employers implementing it at different times. The federal government has also assured that it will work with state governments and private sectors employees to ensure a smooth implementation. This development has been welcomed by many Nigerians who see it as a step in the right direction towards improving the welfare of workers in the country. However, some have also expressed concern about the potential impact on inflation and the economy as a whole. Let's now look into the reaction of labor markets. The Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Unions Congress, TUC, have agreed to a new national minimum wage of 70,000 naira just approved by the federal government of Nigeria. There are some key points about the agreement. The actual amount. The new minimum wage is 70,000 naira, which is an increase from the previous minimum wage of 30,000 naira. Review period. The minimum wage will be reviewed every 3 years instead of the previous 5-year cycle. You'll recall that in the past administration or previous years in Nigeria, there is nothing like review of minimum wage, or else whenever there is an hardship in the land that labor union now come out to demand for increase. But now it has been tabled down that and it has been reviewed that every 3 years the minimum wage will be reviewed. Implementation. The new minimum wage will be implemented after National Assembly passes the bill, which is expected to happen soon. Now we have to wait. The country have to wait for some times for the implementation of the new national minimum wage by the National Assembly to pass the bill, which is expected very soon. Reason for agreement. The NLC and the TUC agreed to a new minimum wage because of the government willingness to review the wage every 3 years and the promise to address other issues such as the payment of withheld salary of university worker. You will recall some months last year, maybe late last year, that the federal government did not pay the withheld salary of university workers when they were on strike. But now they have agreed and come to an agreement with the labor union that they will pay the withheld salaries of university workers. Reaction of organized private sector. The organized private sector has commended the government for ending the protected national minimum wage negotiations, but has also requested incentives to enable business to pay the new minimum wage. Because all this minimum wage, how does it affect the private sectors? We have to look into this. The general public must look to this. How can this minimum wage affect the private sectors? How can this private sector pay their workers? Because everything now in Nigeria has been inflated. Let's talk about foodstuffs, talk about transport, talk about daily activities, house rents. How can they cope with their previous minimum wage that is 30,000 naira? Even the private sector are not paying 30,000. They are paying like 15,000, 20,000. So how will now the private sector pay this minimum wage that the federal government have increased from 30,000 to 70,000 naira. This now makes some political parties, such as People Democratic Parties, which is the main opposition, they have expressed dissatisfaction with the new minimum wage, stating that it is inadequate to meet workers' needs. Now, what are your thoughts on this development? Do you think it will have a possible impact on the economy and the workers in Nigeria? Can the state government pay the new minimum wage? These are the begging questions we have to be asking ourselves, because the previous 30 minimum wage, some state government are not paying. They are paying the previous 18,000 naira. Talk of some and Taraba State, talk of Kwara State. Now that it has been increased to 70,000 naira, how many states can afford to pay it? That should be our discussion. Thank you.